allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we got that out of the way. We have a full board tonight, which is unusual. First item on the agenda, or second item on the agenda, is the election of chair and vice chair. Open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate our current chair as future chair.
Seconded.
All right. Any other nominations? Maybe Dylan would like it. Okay.
Not at this time.
Suppose we should close nominations. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? No. Okay, vice chair now.
Nominate Wayne.
Second.
Anybody else? It's not a tough job, you just have to sit here.
Just gotta show up.
It's gonna show up. All right, close nominations. All those in favor of Wayne being vice chair?
Aye.
Wayne?
Aye. All right. We have the minutes from the last meeting of March 10th. Has everybody reviewed them? And are there any corrections that need to be made, additions?
Make a motion to approve draft meeting minutes of March 10th, 2025.
We have a motion to accept. All those in favor? Is it seconded?
Seconded.
Oh, it's seconded.
I
Oh, sorry.
second. Yep.
Get ahead of myself. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, now we get down to the regular business. First item is a special exception requested by Frederick Wallace for a horizontal expansion of a non-conforming structure pursuant to Newmarket Town Code, Section 32-5, 2A, to permit the expansion of a garage and create a living space on the second floor of the expanded garage on real property with an address of 237 Main Street, tax map U4, lot 52 in R2 zone district. Do we have anybody willing to speak to this? Step right up and grab the mic. Grab the mic.
Okay. Fred Wallace, 237 South Main Street, Newmarket, New Hampshire. I have a little teeny one-car garage, and everybody's got 2 or 3 cars today, and I need a few more bedrooms, and I need some more living space. My current lot, my garage is 7 to 9 feet from the school. I want to bring that in to the 14 feet where my house currently is, to make that, I want to try to make more living space and make my lot more conforming to today's standards.
We'd love to hear that.
Well, and because I'm coming in 7, 8 feet, because the garage bumps out and it's only 7 feet to the elementary school driveway. So I'm going to make the back of my house straight. But it's currently 14 feet, which doesn't meet the current zoning or ordinance or what have you. And I'm going to go up 2 stories, and I'm putting a full dormer on. My son still lives at home. My daughter still lives at home, which I'm going to leave this house to her.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, well, they can't afford anything, and she gave me a kidney 5 years ago, October 7th, so she deserves it.
Absolutely. Wow.
So I don't know if you need to know any. I have pictures here. I sketched it out one early morning if you guys want to see it.
Are those the same that you included in your application packet?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You guys got them.
Yeah.
So I'm only expanding to the left. I'm currently gonna be exactly where my garage is right now. That's a one-car garage. I'm bumping it out even across the face of my house, full dormer. Just create more living space, and if sometime down the road, if my daughter feels she wants to, the front portion of it, I'm gonna have a big living room, 2 bedrooms out back with a bath, and I'm gonna add a bath above my current bath in my current house. So I'll end up having 3 baths from 1 bath, because there's 3 different adults living there. And it only makes sense. If I end up further down the road from here, and if I end up wanting to make an ADU out of it, I understand I need to pay a impact fee. Currently, right now, I just like to get it built, get the house re-sided, get it all closed up. The gentleman I've got willing to build the house for me, he's gonna do drywall, complete wiring. I just gotta hire my own plumber to rough it in. And like I said, if I wanted to take that huge, massive living room, I would, at that point, probably make that into a kitchen sometime down the road, but I'd like to pay for this first. I currently have no mortgage on the home. I've paid it off. So I'm taking the non-conforming lot the way I see it and trying to make it better. I can never change the 14 feet to the school fence, because that's where the body of the house is. Back then, I guess well, that house was the first house on Pond Street before it was a street. LaBranch, the postmaster, owned it. That's why it's 237 South Main Street instead of 1 Pond Street. So the police have a hard time, emergency vehicles have a hard time finding it, so that's why I have a little green 237 out on my lawn, but nobody sees it. I guess it's gotta be bigger. And that's all I got.
All right, do we have any questions for him? Al, wait.
It should look a lot better. I mean, the 1-car garage, you can't get 1 car in it because everybody's got it full of everything else.
I got a two-car garage, I can't get anything in.
Well, hopefully, this is gonna be 2 wide, but 2 deep. So, there's 3 adults living there, maybe I can put my boat in there in the winter. I don't know, that's what I'm hoping. I'll park outside if I can do that.
I was gonna say, good luck.
Yeah.
The only question I had was, there's not a picture of the lot itself.
I have a picture.
I understand that.
See, I can't go to the other side of my road because
Yeah.
of the 152s right there.
Yep.
Because I got, I've met the setbacks as far as being where my house is, 33 feet from Pond Street.
Right.
I've met the setback to my neighbors to the left. I'm at 18 feet. And the back I'm bringing in to 14 feet from 7 feet.
That's the school side, right?
That's the school side, correct.
Yeah.
That's the school side, yeah.
Better keep your neighbors happy on the good side.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, my neighborhood's like a family, really.
How big is that lot? I know I saw it.
My lot's 100 by 70. It's 100 feet wide, looking from Pond Street, and 70 feet deep. Like I said, back then, that wasn't even a street. That was just garden from the Weirds. Originally, when my house was built, because Mike Weird's grandfather built my house 78 years ago, 80 years ago. Mike LaBranch, the postmaster, owned my house. Then Ann Walker, I'm only the 3rd owner. My kids are the only kids that destroyed the hardwood floors. One of them's here tonight. No, there wasn't, no kids ever lived there. Mike LaBranch was the postmaster, and Ann Walker was after that.
Do you want to chastise your kid in public for
Yeah. Well, she didn't want to get up here and speak.
No extra cost.
Yeah, she didn't want to get up here and speak,
I
so
don't blame her.
I don't either. So I don't quite know as far as the plans yet, because I took carpentry in trade school. I would love to make my garage 10-foot ceilings so that I could actually hang something, and it would also in turn put my peak probably 2 feet higher than my current peak, so the water would shed off of that onto my current roof and drain where all the water drains now.
Is there a height limitation in that area?
There is, but
I think I'll be way
as
up.
it stands now, I don't believe he would exceed that.
And it doesn't fall under our jurisdiction, so
Right.
you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah, I just want it.
No,
I want it to look nice. I want it to fit in the neighborhood too. You know.
I think your neighbors would want that too.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's going to be completely re-sided. There's 13 windows being added, and just have a much bigger space. I'm never going to move anywhere. They're going to carry me out of there. Somebody's going to. Well, I mean, my buddy Mike Pelsaw.
He's done that for a few people.
Yeah. So like I said, it's 26 deep. That's exactly what my house is now. I can't change that to make that any better because the school fence property line, and I did have sticks and I want to say stones, but I know that isn't his name. He lives 2 doors before my house. He come over, we found the corner lot to pull measurements, so I know I'm right where I should be. And I have the original deed, I have everything.
So is there any more discussion? Oops, I should open it up. Anybody in the public want to speak to this? Anybody at home? You're gonna have to hurry if you want to make it in.
I sit down?
Any time. Now, we'll discuss it amongst ourselves here. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, seeing as how it doesn't appear anybody from the public wants to speak, we'll close that portion of the meeting. And we're open for discussion here, a motion. In my opinion, it appears to meet all the criteria for special exception, so I think that's what it's here for, so.
I'll make a motion to grant.
Second. Okay, we have a motion to grant, a second.
Well, what are we granting?
I was gonna get there. He's just ready to go. All right, so I move to approve the special exception application from Frederick Wallace petitioning the Zoning Board of Adjustment for approval under 32-52A of the Municipal Code of the Town of Newmarket to permit the horizontal expansion of the non-conforming garage at 237 South Main Street, Tax Map U4, Lot 52, within the R2 zoning district, as the application satisfies the enumerated standards pursuant to Section 32-52A of the Municipal Code of the Town of Newmarket, New Hampshire.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and second.
Third.
We do a roll call vote, or, no? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? You have your special exception. Go see this man for a building permit.
Correct. And tomorrow, Dave, or?
Yeah, I have office hours in the afternoon tomorrow.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Item number 2 on the agenda. Another special exception by Russell and Carol Ross for a horizontal expansion of a non-conforming structure pursuant to the Newmarket Town Code, Section 32-52A, to permit the expansion of a garage on real property with an address of 389 Ash Swamp Road, tax map R6, Lot 38B, in the R1 zoning district. Is anyone here to speak to that? Excellent.
Yeah, I need to put a little addition on my garage. My name's Russell Ross. And, just to put more stuff away, being outside. And, pretty simple, I think.
We like simple.
I got more pictures, I got a couple pictures if you wanna.
Well, if you want to pass them around, we'll take a look at them.
Not very good. That's where it's going. That's the line of it there. This is the front part.
We'll pass it around this way. Can we keep those?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, put it in the record.
Just put them in the file.
Yep.
Whatever we do, we gotta justify our existence over here, so. We do that with paper. I think we're all familiar with the location. So it's my understanding that what you're proposing to do actually makes the lot less non-conforming, makes it more conforming to the ordinance.
I think so.
Okay. Is that correct? That's what you indicate, so.
Yeah.
The only thing is it says it's got municipal water and sewer, which it doesn't. On the notes.
Oh, so it should be, really be not applicable, because
Yeah.
it's a garage addition.
I'll open it up briefly to anybody that wants to speak to this matter from the audience or at home. We'll discuss it amongst ourselves over here. Got any? Anybody got any questions or concerns or?
Seems very much like our last. It's pretty straightforward.
I think that's what we're here for. Right, I don't see anybody from the audience jumping up to speak for it, so we'll close that part of the meeting. I guess if you guys don't have anything to discuss, I think the evidence is pretty clear that if it makes it less non-conforming, then in my opinion, it should go through. I'll accept a motion,
We'll do a motion to grant.
okay? Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Do you want to read the motion to grant that's in the, that's probably best to get it in the record?
Yes, sir.
I didn't jump at it.
I move to approve the special exception, application from Russell and Carol Ross, petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for approval under 32-5, 2A of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket to permit the horizontal expansion of the non-conforming garage at 389 Ash Swamp Road, tax map R6, lot 38B, within R1 zoning district, as the application satisfies the enumerated standards pursuant to section 32-5, 2A of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire.
I second it officially now.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. It's unanimous. You have your special exception.
Thank you.
You're gonna see this guy for a building permit.
All right.
All right.
You'll be busy tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right. Third item of business.
Before we get to that, do you want to move this up?
Oh, we can, it's,
So
Right.
because you got-
all right, we're gonna jump out of order here just real quick. And we've got a variance request by the New Road Newmarket LLC seeking relief from the town code, section 32-52, table of permitted uses to permit age-restricted housing on real property at address at 200 New Road, tax map R3, lot 56, in the B2 zoning district. We received correspondence from their attorney saying they want a continuance on this, and we'll discuss that. I guess, do we want to grant a continuance on it? This is the second time they've done this to us.
Second, I thought it was
Third
But it's their second application of this.
business, yeah, so.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's the first one on their new application.
Okay. I think it makes sense.
What makes sense?
Moving the date.
Okay. Why?
Well, I guess my main reason is if I look at the thing that was submitted, it looks like they're trying to work with the neighborhood to get more
Consensus.
consensus, and I think that's a good, I think that's a good move.
I'd just like to see them do it.
Me too.
Come in, bring it in when you're ready, not,
Right.
agree, Bob. It's just one of those things where, are we gonna have him here next time and say, well,
I don't know if we can say this is it. But I'm with you. You know, it's,
we have a number of options. I mean, if we grant it, then they just post a notice. If we don't grant it, he can come back and pay the fees again and bring it to us when it's more complete, or he's got a better plan in place.
So if you don't grant the continuance, then we hear it tonight.
Okay, but we can't do that because there's no representation here, and that'd be terrible. So if we grant the continuance, can we put limitations on the continuance? That this will be one continuance and that's it?
Suppose we could, yes. I mean, there's nothing that says you can't put conditions on your approvals.
Especially where we seem to have a repeat.
well, not only that, I think we met twice purposely just for this, nobody shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some courtesy to the,
I mean, I don't
to the
mind the
board.
pay's all right, but
This is kind of,
but it almost smacks of waiting to see who shows up, and
I think enough's enough.
so do we have a motion to grant the continuance? One continuance? And that if it doesn't go, he's got to completely resubmit? Well, but who wants to put that in? Does anybody out there want to speak to this, or? I mean, we're speaking about it, so. Oh, great, we have a taker, excellent.
I'm Sarah Tambling. I live right next to whatever the lot is, Lot 56 on 204 New Road. And I just wanted to say, yes, I think one more continuance and then say, done.
Well, we can say one more continuance, but if he's willing to pay the fees on the next one, and do it, we can.
We has to start over, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're all tired of this. Thank you.
All right. So, excellent, another one.
Hi, Heather Berube. I'm at 209 New Road. I'm kind of across from her. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'm, you know, I work full time, and I'm also now a student. And tonight's supposed to be one of my online classes, so having to take the time out of that to be here and then not be here for anything is a little frustrating. So, you know, I think
Thank you for being here.
it's fair to, I guess, do that since he's not here and can't say anything, but it is getting kind of old at this point.
Thank you.
Okay, we've had two people speaking in favor of our idea, so I'm open to a motion if anybody wants to make it.
I'll make a motion to continue one more continuance. So I move to continue the public hearing to May 12th, is that correct?
And I think we want to make certain that he understands that if
May 12th.
if he asks for another continuance, we'll deny it without
Right.
prejudice.
Yep. So move to continue the public hearing to May 12th at 7 p.m. at the official building of Newmarket that we host the meeting. Town Hall, there we go.
118, is it 186?
The official government building of Newmarket. I don't know, what are we at?
So move to continue 5/12/2025 at 7 p.m. PM, Town Council Chambers at Newmarket Town Hall.
I need that written down. All right, so move to continue the public hearing to 5/12/2025, 7 PM at the Town Council Chambers, Town of Newmarket, New Hampshire.
Town Hall.
Hey, James,
Town Hall,
James, just
186 Main Street.
look around and feel where you are. This is what you get when you get a volunteer force.
For a variance request from New Road Newmarket LLC petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for relief from section 32-56, table of permitted uses of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire, to permit age-restricted housing on real property with an address of 200 New Road, tax map R3, lot 56, within the B2 zoning district. It's Monday Night Live.
So, and just to clarify, the conditions of the continuance is that this is their only continuance that they are giving,
One and done.
and then if they do request another continuance, it will be
Reapply.
denied without prejudice. Correct. Just making sure that that is in the record.
All right. We should probably wait for Al to get back for a vote.
I mean, it's really.
Okay, all those in favor?
Need a second.
We didn't get it, we got a second and,
I'll second the motion.
okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I reluctantly.
You're opposed, very good. So we have three with,
All right, done.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Sheehan, for bearing with us, greatly appreciated. Last item on the agenda tonight is a variance request by John Sheehan seeking relief from the town code section 3289 dimension table to permit an additional dwelling unit on real property with an address of 196 South Main Street, tax map U4, lot 119 in the R2 zoning district.
Okay. So,
Al, we voted while you were there, we cast your vote for you.
Thank you.
in essence, what I'm looking to do is, I currently have a 2.18 acre lot, 196 South Main Street, right up the street here. It's got a carriage barn in the back. There was a single apartment in there. And I'll share with you.
Just to add a little clarity, that's the old Judge Griffin.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And I bought this about 6 years ago, and, you know, lost my job, put some money, put it in there, and I said, okay, we'll make this thing work. And it was doing great until everything just went out of control, prices, and so I'm in a situation that I want to preserve the building, and the unit upstairs has no insulation underneath. It's a very poorly constructed, I mean, it was well constructed, but everything's falling apart. So I want to save the building for the town, for the property. So my goal is to expand my property from 5 units currently to 6. And as you can see, there's a lot of notes in there as to what's going on, and it's a lot of work. So in essence, I'm going to look to have another unit in there so that I can pay for these, fund the whole restoration. There's other uses that are permitted, such as animal husbandry, a B&B, daycare. The way the lot's set up, it's just not practical. I have to remove the current tenants who've been there for quite some time. So to me, the most reasonable thing would be to put a unit on the first floor, then I would have an insulated, barrier. The people upstairs would be insulated by the people downstairs.
Now, we're talking about the carriage house.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no additional parking required, there's no additional extension of the building, there's no additional impact to the property at all, outside of cleaning up the downstairs, really spending a lot of money doing it.
Are there already separate entrances? to the top and bottom?
Yeah, so there's no entrance issues. Yes, sir.
I thought that was condoized years ago. No?
Apartments.
It's always been apartments?
Well, that must be because when I bought it, it was apartments.
So I'll open it up to the public if anybody wants to speak to this matter.
So how many units total do you have now?
5.
5.
I had an elderly woman who had been there since I owned the place, and she, due to health issues, had to leave, and the stairwell inside was non-conforming, everything's falling apart. And it was it's time, either I do it, or I just, the building's gonna fall apart, and I don't want it to happen.
Oh, it's a beautiful building.
It's a gorgeous building. I mean, if you've been around town, you've probably seen me doing something there. I've been working on this thing by myself for 6 years, and this is now to the point where it's, can't do it. It's way too much in terms of capital and all that, and I couldn't do it myself. So that's where I'm at, and I think I can pull it off, and I think I'll keep the town, one of the more iconic buildings in town, definitely preserved. And then obviously we'll have new tenants for the businesses downtown. Don't know if they'll have students, but there's no impact on the town services, or minimal, EMS, schools. I have plumbing, I have water and sewer, so there's no impact there. The building itself is about 250 feet from the street, so you're just not going to see one or two more cars, not going to have any problem. I have plenty of space up there. I printed out the future land use one. This is the older one. Now the new one, the 2025 vision of, it's in a draft mode right now. And everything in there is talking about what I'm, providing, or opportunity to provide, close to town, walk to town, density, what people want type of thing. And it's not a cookie cutter block and tackle apartment building, rectangle. Has some charm to it.
We don't have any cookie cutter apartments here in town. No.
Yeah, exactly.
David, what's the verbiage regarding the maximum 4 units?
So the density for the zone, I don't have it directly in front of me, but I believe it is 1 unit per half acre. So where it's under 6 acres, or under 3
acres.
Yes.
It's 2.18.
Yeah, so the yield is 4 units on that property.
And there's currently 5.
And there's currently 5, so it's already non-conforming to begin with.
The advantage here is we aren't adding anything to existing footprints. So we can get more units in there without increasing the impervious area of the line. In the long run, we're actually more housing units, less impact.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I do this in Cambridge. That's my job, renovation. God love you. What a,
Am I wrong?
no, I'm telling you.
5 years ago, before COVID, this would have been half price, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, as the builder said to me once, you can't build from scratch and think you're gonna make money or anything. I mean, so renovating, trust me, it got to scope creep very quickly. I had to resure the whole building. I mean, there's a tree holding it up, there's a metal pipe,
Yeah.
and it's held up, but it's at the point where it's just no longer capable of doing it.
And you could very easily make the decision just to knock it down.
Sure.
And
I mean,
start
that's where
from
I'm at.
scratch.
I mean, and I don't want to do that.
Yep.
It's a nice building.
So, does anybody have any more questions? I mean, the photos that he had in there, it's obvious that something needs to be done, and it is a historic site. I've known Judge Griffin's building since I've been in town, so.
Still have stained glass in it?
I do. Yeah, the original stained glass is right. If you look at the front of the building, it's right there. And I can't find it, but they say there's always the initials of the person who did it in the glass itself.
Beautiful house.
Yeah. And fortunately, the people prior to me didn't cut it up like a Victorian,
Right.
it's done well. And, I've been trying to nip away at it, but you can't, I mean, the house itself is much more intact than the barn. It's night and day. The barn, there's animals and, all, you name it, there's problems. And that's, I think, maybe because they only had the one apartment up there. They did the best I bet you it was renovated like 30 plus years ago. You can tell by looking at all the different features and everything.
All right. Well, we've heard the evidence and the intent of the property owner. Are we ready to make a motion? We've closed the public input session, so just saying that, so.
I'll make a motion to grant.
Go for it.
Move to grant a variance request from John Shaheen, petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for relief from section 32-89 dimension table of the municipal code, the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire, to allow an additional dwelling unit on real property with an address of 196 South Main Street, tax map U4, lot 119 in the R2 zoning district, as the petition satisfies the 5-part test of the variance statute pursuant to RSA 674-33.
I second it.
We have a motion, we have a second. Oh, pardon?
Roll call vote on the variance.
That's right, all right. We gotta do a roll call vote on variances, on the special exemptions. We can just do a group vote. Let's start.
Aye.
Aye.
Approve.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, you have it.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Everyone has some money. I know where to park.
I've been working on a 225-year-old colonial for a long time, so.
Can you hand me those reports that you have?
You've been working on it for 225 years. You've been working on it for 225 years.
I've been working on it for 40 years.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, that takes care of the stuff we have on the agenda. Is there anything, so do you have anything for us?
Nope, not tonight.
Okay, with that, motion to adjourn. Is
Move to adjourn.
That was second. Second, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Aye.